Drunk Podcast, a very strange podcast. The drunkest show in the world. It's Jackson and Colton talking out of their ass. We don't care as long as drinks are poured. Sometimes we have our friends here. We will talk about anything. We don't care as long as we have beer. And if you let that whiskey ring. The Drunk Podcast.
Good. I like good bad jokes, especially when I don't hear them.
Good joke for you. How do you turn a duck into a soul singer?
How so?
Put him in the oven until his bill withers.
You don't get the boom, the golf clap on that one.
Just a polite clap.
Yep. Ever been to a comedy club and people do that?
Depends on the context. If I was like on stage, doing a stand-up routine, and it was just a polite clap, that would suck. But if I was sitting at the bar, and I told a joke, and I got a polite clap from the bar, I feel like that would be a compliment.
I think that's a good thing. That is a compliment. Yeah. Anyways,
I had to go. I had to go to the fridge because I drank my beer.
We're the Turtley brothers. We're the teenage.
But I had to go to the fridge and get my my Diet Dr. Pepper.
Ooh. Well, I still have. I have Coors Banquets.
Nice.
But you enjoy that Diet Dr.
I had some beer, but I started drinking it before we started recording earlier. Our
other episode, whatever we're calling that.
I went through my beer before we got here, but well, I can still talk about it when we get there.
We're already starting this one off strong here, okay? We've already recorded a whole episode and drank. This is the most beer I've had in a while, okay? I've been light about it, and honestly, I've been staying away from alcohol. But every once in a while,
a couple weeks without anything. But that was also.
It feels good.
I was on pain meds.
Yeah, it feels good to take a break
when you're on pain meds.
Don't drink on any medication.
Just don't do it. I know a lot of people.
Especially not Benadryl.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah, anything. Yeah. Anyway,
I'm weird about medication.
We have a new.
Sometimes.
So we're musicians. We like talking about music, and if you don't know that, well, newsflash, we've done a lot of musical episodes, a lot of album reviews and stuff like that, but we're both guitarists of sorts, of different kinds, and
a few different kinds potentially.
We're guitarists with opinions, and we're podcasters with opinions.
Most guitarists and podcasters are
yeah.
of opinions.
Anyways, a couple years ago, because Rolling Stone, the magazine, Rolling Stone magazine, if you've heard of them, yeah. They did their 100 greatest guitars of all time, and we could talk about that.
Yeah,
but that's no fun, and it's outdated, and yeah, we all know it's bad.
Yeah,
bad list, like
a notoriously bad list.
Well, anyways. But that was actually supposedly voted by a musician. Anyway.
Yeah.
We have the new 250 greatest guitars released 2 years ago. Actually on my birthday.
Nice.
And I remember seeing something about it. I was like, this is not the birthday present I wanted. Because as soon as I started reading the list, I literally laughed out loud.
Threw up a little
and just stopped. Yeah, threw up a little in my mouth and called it a day. I didn't pursue it or continue it. And it's not that pretty much everyone they mention here, I do believe, deserve recognition and to be in this list or in a list. But the actual placement.
See, the
and
entire problem with the original.
It's also so subjective.
The entire problem with the original list was that it was very much based off of nostalgia
and or popularity, top 40 hits.
Popularity hits and
hits.
Maybe influence played a factor, which
influence definitely played a big factor.
There were a few, guitarists towards like the backside of the list that I felt like were actually
should have been significantly higher.
Well, should have been higher, or I felt were actually like interesting inclusions. I remember like number 80 something on that list was Nels Cline from Wilco, which I would have never expected to be on a list.
Yeah,
like that. But he's a legitimately great guitarist. I don't know if he's on this list. They might have booted him.
He does some crazy,
but
jazzy avant-garde.
He does some weird
type
shit.
solos.
Yeah,
very weird shit.
Especially in his solo stuff. But this list maybe rectifies some of that.
I can't even find the original list. It's like they blacklisted it.
Yeah. This list maybe rectifies some of that, but maybe not all of it.
Well, so yeah, we have the new list.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously influence. Actually, I'm gonna get a Reddit poll. But obviously influence is a big factor, and that's what they lean more towards.
Yeah.
Not actual skill or composition, but more toward, did they make an impact? Did they actually change the scene in some sort of way or innovate? And I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely a significant part of it. But there's certain inclusions or exclusions that grind my gears. Yeah. But it's mostly the placement, because some of the placement is just anyways, we talked about this a while ago. We should do this as an episode. And ultimately, we're not going to sit here and go through the whole list in one sitting.
No. Absolutely.
It's not happening. I don't think anyone would want that. No one would want a 4-hour episode.
Even half the list.
Like a 5-hour. Yeah, no one would want like a 5-hour episode of us just going through the motions. So we're breaking this up, and it's going to be a new little short series for us. All right.
Yeah.
Or maybe long. It might, depends on how many we cover each episode.
Oh yeah, I'm scrolling.
But yeah, this is the article.
I'm scrolling through this right now, and I already have opinions.
Yep.
I don't even know where we're starting on this.
I think as we go through, because you're recording in OBS, right?
Yes.
Let's not be too risky, but if there's something you want to reference, a particular solo or song, I'm gonna do that throughout. But I'm going to try to be very careful not to play more than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Or really 15 seconds.
Be careful.
But if I feel the need to, I will. Anyways, I mean, let's start this one off with one of the greatest guitar.
All right, where are we? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
George Thorogood.
George Thorogood, the best guitarist of all time.
Number one.
Scratch that. The best musician of all time.
Just listen to this composition.
Yeah, I mean, how it goes like up.
One of the greatest riffs. It was George Thorogood, right? We're not making this joke about the person.
I don't know.
No, it was. Yeah, I've seen him live. I seen him at a biker festival in Scottsdale. And
jokes aside, I do like George
with my dad, and I was with a bunch of old bikers and dads, all drinking Miller Lite or Bud Light.
That's exactly what I would imagine a George Thorogood concert would be like. A bunch of old bikers and dads drinking Miller Lite.
But my dad, of course, had banquets, and so did I.
He didn't. Okay. He didn't have a PBR.
PBRs are actually not as bad as I thought.
I had a tall boy. Thanks, Dad. Anyways,
we gotta set some ground. Let's set some ground rules on where we're.
Yeah, what's the
starting.
ground rules here?
Where are we starting? We're starting from the back. We're starting from the front. Starting from behind.
No, we're definitely not starting from the front. We're gonna make our way.
Starting from.
Settle down there. We're starting from the beginning of the article, right? I mean, because if we start from number 1 and go up,
it's just gonna get more boring as we go along.
I mean, I don't mean it in that way. Well, kind of, but it's also gonna be
starting with number 200.
Let's make our way. Yeah, let's make our way down to number 1 and see like what asinine placements they have back at 250 and except going
I will
down.
Say it's going to be entertaining because the back end of the list there's going to be a lot more guitarists that I'm not really that familiar with.
No, yeah, we're gonna have to do some Wikipedian, some Googling.
We'll go through it. We'll go through. Not make this episode too long. We'll go through until we feel like stopping.
Let's just play by ear.
And then we'll do another part, probably multiple parts.
Yeah, and we'll just remember where we stopped.
Before we,
I'm gonna.
Oh yeah. Before we get started.
Before what?
I have a question for you.
I thought you also had to piss.
Did I say that? I didn't say that.
Well, you said there was something you had to do before you got started.
No, I have a question. I have a question to ask.
I guess I had piss on the mind.
Before we get started.
Okay, what's your question?
What are you drinking tonight?
I thought I already said it, but I have Coors Banquet.
Nice.
Little stubby bottle.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a little surprise from Roshi.
Nice. Surprise beer is the best kind of beer.
Yeah.
I picked up. I already drank
surprise beer,
but I will mention it because it only comes around once a year. I got the Oktoberfest from Ska.
Oh yeah,
picked up some of those.
It's a little blurred out, but yeah, that's it. Yeah. I love that can design.
Good.
And
stuff.
It's my top 3. Oktoberfest. Actually, I would say it's my favorite Oktoberfest.
It's definitely up there. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's a close one.
Four Peaks does a good job.
Four Peaks does a good one.
Peaks.
Four Noses.
Four Noses. Pressier.
Colorado, they do a good one.
I mean, every brewery has their own spin
Wibby
on it. On a German
Denver does a really good Oktoberfest. Wibby does.
Oh yeah.
They're a brewery that specializes mostly in German style beers, so they know what they're doing.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I mean, it's not quite that season, but yeah, it does come out early.
Yeah.
You want to get it early before it's all sold out.
They all come out early because they have to come out early in time to qualify for like the different competitions.
Right.
I learned that. I learned that a couple years ago.
Get them when you see them.
That's why Oktoberfest beers always come out in August and are mostly sold out.
I've seen them early as July.
Yeah, it's why they come out so early, and everyone's complains because it's like by the time October rolls around, they're all sold out. It's because they got to qualify for their competitions and stuff, so that's why they come out.
Yeah. No, but I love a good Oktoberfest.
I've also got some Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah. To me, Dr. Pepper already kind of has this taste, but Diet Dr. Pepper just tastes like a medicine.
I
like it's good.
I really like Dr. Pepper, but I saw. Are you familiar with it's James Acaster?
No, I like it. I like the taste of some medicine.
Comedian, but he summed it up. He summed it up very well in one of his stand-up bits. Like I think it's a really recent one where he said I drink a Dr. Pepper every day. I couldn't tell you what flavor it is.
Right. Yeah, it's just
I have no idea.
23 flavors branding. Anyways, let's get this started.
Yes.
So we have on Rolling Stone's official website the 250 greatest guitarists of all, celebrating 6-string glory and blues, rock, metal, punk, folk, country, reggae, jazz, flamenco, bossa nova. They didn't want to miss one, and much more. Surprised they didn't use etc.
Yeah.
by Rolling Stone, illustration by Michelle Tom. So it's a conglomerate of writers. It's just a whole team of this.
And they're all. It's.
Should I read the foreword?
Sure.
Or do you want to?
Sure.
Yeah, let's take our time with it.
Let's read it.
My guitar is not a thing, Joan Jett once said. It is an extension of myself. It is who I am. The guitar is the most universal instrument, the most primal, and the most expressive. Anybody can pick up a little guitar in no time at all, but you can spend a lifetime exploring its possibilities. That's why I'm thinking about what makes a great guitarist is so much fun. But yeah, it's easy to learn, hard to master. Yeah. Rolling Stone published its original list of the 100 greatest in 20. It was compiled by a panel of musicians, mostly older classic rockers.
Oh, really?
So that's already a dig at that list. But it's
a bunch
true.
Of boomers.
Yep, it's the boomer list. Our new expanded list was made by editors and writers of Rolling Stone. This one goes to 250 because, of course. Guitar players are often as iconic as lead singers for the bands they play in, but mythic guitar gods like Jimmy Page, Brian May, who he was ranked extremely low, like 70-something in that list, which was fucking bullshit. Anyways, Brian May, Eddie Van Halen.
Spoilers.
Eddie Van Halen was ranked lower than Kurt Cobain on this one, and lower than Jimi Hendrix.
I remember
and
that, yeah.
No offense, Eddie Van Halen is typically, especially boomers, but even our generation, considered to be one of the greatest.
Yeah.
Anyways,
we'll get there when we get there.
Says only one part of the story. We wanted to show the scope of the guitar's evolution. The earliest entry on the list, folk music icon Elizabeth Cotton, was born in 1893. The youngest, indie rock prodigy Lindsey Jordan, was born in 99. I think I recognize the name. No, do you know Lindsey Jordan though?
Sounds familiar.
We'll look at there.
Let's
get through this. The list has rock, jazz. Okay. The list has rock, jazz, reggae, basically every genre. I'm not going to read that whole list. It's got every genre you could think that guitar could be involved in. There are peerless virtuosos like Pat Metheny, Yvette Young, and Steve Vai, yeah, as well as primitives like Johnny Ramone and Poison Ivy of the Cramps. There are huge stars like Prince. Prince is good. He's really good, actually. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Joni Mitchell, she's killer. Neil Young, more of the songwriting side, but he does cool stuff. He definitely has his style.
His guitar
but
skills.
I've never known or thought of Neil Young when I thought of
he's not someone I consider.
But anyways,
guitarist. Exactly.
Guy. He's a songwriter. He's a
songwriter. He's an
and the Memphis
artist.
Soul Great, Teeny Hodges, and the Smooth Rock Assassin, an artist. Yeah, many great guitarists. That's like saying Bob Dylan, which I bet he's in this list.
Bob Dylan's on this list. The fuckers.
I bet you on my paycheck that he's on this. Okay. Anyways, many great guitarists realize their genius for a duo. Okay. Anyways, it goes on. It's just like, oh, we've included everybody or everybody that matters to Rolling Stone. So let's just get to this. And this is the first entry.
Because they don't know how to decide.
Right.
Yeah.
So just throw everything in just a whack ass order.
Yeah.
250. And this is the one that actually made me vomit. For the placement of it, not for the person featured.
Yeah.
Andy Summers of the Police.
Yeah. All the way back in number 250.
Okay, I'm glad that Rolling Stone included him. I praise them for including him. No, all the way at 250. Are you kidding me?
That's ridiculous. I mean,
that's just an insult. It's like you're throwing him in there just because the Police are popular, not because you think he's. Yeah. But he really is.
He's
but let's see what they say. The Police were a new kind of power trio. Andy Summers, quickly moving away from punk, he recast jazz chord, reggae rhythm as headlong rock. Summers played as sparely as possible, constructing clip twitches or dubby washes of sound, leaving ample room for Sting and Stuart Copeland. Yeah, that's an accurate statement. His tone and style were just absolutely perfect. He left space around everything, Rush's Alex Lifeson said. And he can handle anything from beautiful acoustic playing to jazz to hybrids kinds of key tracks, message in a bottle, every breath you take.
So
those are your key tracks.
They have
and also.
So they have a quote from Alex Lifeson, who is undeniably a legendary guitarist, talking about how good of a guitarist this guy was. And then they go, number 250.
250. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's insane. I think his use of space is amazing, and like
top
his
50, no, either.
No, but he's.
But I think he deserves
to put him at 250 is.
I think he would deserve to be in the top
60,
100 at least.
Yeah, that's just an insult.
The absolute
and
bottom of the list is ridiculous, especially because like you said, you'd bet your paycheck Bob Dylan is on this list somewhere.
Yep. Yeah.
And
let me actually
you know, I don't think it would be
share my screen here.
To say that Andy Summers is probably a better guitarist than Bob
Dylan. But listen to this little bit of So Lonely.
Oh, I'm sorry. You got to share it with me.
Oh, I wasn't sharing. Fuck. I was just zoning out.
There we go. Now it's okay. I got it.
You had to click on it. I heard it. Okay, listen to this little bit. That's killer shit. Like seriously, you're gonna put in that low. And another one I really like. And yeah, his use of spacing and like with the reggae chord, you know, is great. But like he does these cool like sparse, like little bits of solo, like a little like quick like, and then he leaves some space, and then he lets the pauses, you know, like the ghost notes almost. You can hear that in his playing. I think another good one, Driven to Tears. Let me get to the. Like, I love that kind of stuff. And, like, obviously, like, his background, like, picking.
He knew how to use space very well. Yeah.
He knew how to use space, but he always made every lick and everything he played, like, stand out and give the song so much color.
Yeah.
And flavor. Like, I think that's a good way to explain Police in general. Like, they have a lot of. There's a lot of colors in their music.
Police in general are one of the most underrated rock bands of their era. Just in the sense of like, yeah, they had their big hits, and most people agree that they were good. I think they were great. And I think they don't get counted among some of the best bands of their era.
Oh, they're one of the best like power trios.
Yeah.
Right up there with Rush. Like Stuart Copeland can killer. Like his play styles.
Sting's a weird dude, but like
and Sting knows how to write a good bass line, and he knows how to catch.
Yeah. Good
song. And I love, obviously, I mean, this is simple, but like going to their like more punk roots.
I will still hold to.
I love that stuff.
Still More is their best album. I know it's, but that's such a killer album.
It is a killer album. I mean, it's killer no. I mean, it's. But I'm a Synchronicity. You know, definitely experimental. I have that on vinyl.
Yes,
got it from my grandpa's collection. Yeah, Synchronicity. But like Synchronicity 2. Listen to the guitar here. Like I love that kind of ambient chord picking
he
with
was
the
doing-
like that's really
He was good at doing a lot of that,
like doing the triads.
I mean that's the Rolling
like
Stones-
complementary.
The Rolling Stones says, does jazz chords and reggae rhythms with rock and roll. It's
He
like,
does so much more than
did-
that.
did
He
so
does
much-
like avant-garde stuff. He does
Yeah,
like
he was good at doing like stuff in the background that was interesting but not overpowering.
it
know.
complemented the song. It added so much more flavor and
Yeah.
Just interesting things tickling your ear stereo. And to just basically, he did cool like jazzy and reggae. Yeah, I mean that's just the basics. I mean, and their key tracks, Message in a Bottle and Every Breath You Take. I mean, those are like some of the most stereotypical like mainstream police songs. They're still good. I'm not saying they're not good. But I don't think they at all even really showcase his like more peak and like more interesting capabilities.
Yeah, he was I think 250 is criminal.
That's insane.
Putting him here. I think
Every Breath You Take, 2.8 billion streams. No one.
It gives me the impression that the people who
and that is a good.
Yeah, I mean it's a good song.
But that's like one of his more basic ones.
Yeah.
And like I think I mean there's still good stuff there, but yeah, that putting him at 250 is just like okay. Putting him
it makes
literally
me think that the people who put together this list have never listened to the Police other than like Message in a Bottle.
Yeah, or what's on Stranger Things.
Yeah. That's the impression I get, but
always watching you, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, Every Breath You Take. But anyways, yeah, that's just already starting off on sour note.
Yeah.
They just threw him in there because they knew people would be mad if they didn't.
Yeah.
That's the only reason he's in there. I don't think anyone from Rolling Stone even, like you said, knows the Police beyond their hits. Okay, so they probably never listened to a B-side.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Here.
249. We have Brittany Howard from Alabama Shakes.
Admittedly,
and
I've listened to Alabama Shakes a tiny bit, but admittedly, I am not super familiar with their whole discography.
I think she definitely does some cool guitar, some like kind of old school blues that she throws in, like along the lines of like Leslie Cotton, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's very soulful. Like, let's go to hold on. There is a cool solo. On the cool like tremolos and like pull offs. But I view her.
It strikes me as very well composed guitar parts for the song.
I mean, that's just a very brief. That's their biggest hit.
Just in my memory from what I've listening to them in the past, it strikes me as like very well composed guitar parts for the songs. I don't.
Oh yeah,
know I've listened to enough for that to inform me on how good of.
But here's the thing. I'm not saying she doesn't deserve to be in this list.
Yeah. No,
but I also think she's more along the lines of someone like Neil Young. She's very soulful and more songwriter heavy, and the guitar, she expresses herself with the guitar. And I think she deserves to be here. Yeah. But again, putting her over Andy Summers, it's like, fuck the Police. We like new stuff.
Yeah.
And
I'm not familiar enough with her work to confidently express an opinion on where I think she should be in this list.
Well, let's read a little bit here. Since starting out in the garage roots band Alabama Shakes, Brittany Howard's guitar playing has always been an earthy, fluid, admirably ad hoc complement to her powerhouse vocal, soulful song. She has an elastic sense of rhythm. Check out her check out the way her tough, jagged lines bounce off Shake's lead guitar, Keith Fogg, in their 2015 song, Don't Wanna Fight. Howard took on a straight ahead rock and roll with her side band Thunder Bitch and her 2019, that's a great name, and her 2019 solo album, Jaime, was a stellar showcase for her open-ended musicianship, from funky James Brown indebted hopscotching she did on History Repeats to the Molten Fuzz she slaughtered in Presence. Let's listen to which album is that from? Jaime. Okay, let's find that one. But yeah, to be honest, that wasn't from Alabama Shakes.
No, yeah, that's a solo album.
The solo. Okay, let's check it out. Which one? History Repeats. I've never, this is my first time listening.
Yeah, same, yeah.
So I'm excited. One thing about this list, hopefully we'll learn about, skip a little, cool drum work. Okay. Okay, here's some guitar. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's really cooler stuff in that, and that's pretty cool. Like, that's definitely piquing my interest. Yeah, like, that has a very, like, 70s Detroit.
Listen to that album now.
Has, like, a Detroit vibe to it.
Yeah.
Like it.
I don't know.
But again, I think her guitar is more complementary to her actual.
Yeah.
But cool. It's cool she's in here.
Yeah. Moving on, though.
But this next one, actually, this is the one I stopped on, and I was for the episode here. Okay. 248, Robby Krieger.
Yeah.
From the Doors at 248, brother. Like, Are you kidding me? That's again another like we had to include them.
I understand. I understand if you've just listened to like the Doors hits, they're not a band. At least in their mainstream.
They're not necessarily guitar heavy.
Yeah, they're not a guitar heavy
because
band.
you have Raymond Zarek on the organ,
and they're not a band, at least in their more mainstream songs, that focus on like specific instruments.
It's just the sound.
Yeah,
the Doors is a very specific vibe.
But
really led by Jim Morrison.
I do think that Robby Krieger should get credit for being. I mean.
Well, just listen to this. The intro for People Are Strange.
Yeah.
People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly.
I love playing this one. It, like, the way the lines flow.
Stuff, but it's just
that's a cool vibe. The spooky.
There's so many guitarists out there that struggle to really fit into
have that vibe and feel. Now here's a bit of the solo. Reminds me of John Fogerty, some CCR vibes, but like it's very, it fits that kind of spooky eeriness that the Doors always have.
Yeah.
But
I think, one of the greatest guitarists of all time, not necessarily, but I think 248 is
I think he does great stuff. I think listen to, like the way the whole sounds, Doors has a great soundscape, like obviously like Riders on the which I didn't know that was their most streamed song.
No, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah.
But like, let's skip it somewhere in the middle here. It's the whole band making up this actual sound. It's not one instrument's leading charge. I mean, I would say Raymond Zarek does, but like his little complimentary things. You have the bass line Raymond Zarek's doing. But they are more centric on Ray Manzarek. But then you have songs like this, which we always loved playing. It's just a good riff, just a really nice bluesy. Like, this is some of the most peak blues rock.
Yep.
And skipping a bit here. I love shit like that. Like, that's solos that you can really vibe to and just chill out to, and just like, I'm having a beer, like, and just chilling out to the Doors, maybe or just actually just an actual blend. But no, Robby Krieger, and also one of my favorite like pieces of work from Robby Krieger. Oh, which album is this from? Person Hotel. No, which one? But the Spanish Caravan, yeah. Yeah, Waiting for the Sun. I actually could have got that. Listen to this, like, flamenco work.
Yeah, he was like classically trained.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite pieces from. This faster bit. I'm sorry. That right there is an example of why he should be placed somewhere around like 40.
Yeah,
like
higher.
Honestly, pretty high. If especially with the whole the scaling of how Rolling Stone ranks these, like, influence and like popularity and all. What did they do? But like, he should definitely be like at like 48.
Yeah.
Just with that example.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit. He should be 48, not 248. Like, I feel like you said earlier, they did 250 just because they couldn't make any solid decisions, and they didn't want to piss people. They felt like they had to include certain people.
Yeah, they had.
But it's also an insult that just
they wanted to have modern people, and they wanted to have a wide variety for everyone.
And also they want to appease everyone. They don't want to piss anyone off, but it pissed a lot of people off because they put some of their favorites so low just to include them.
Yeah.
Anyways, it says, schooled in flamenco and jazz, Robby Krieger pushed beyond rock at a time when most players were still bouncing. In the Doors, he had some improvisatory flair to follow Jim Morrison's wildest journeys, wrote some of their biggest hits. That's true. He wrote Light My Fire, picked up the slack in their keyboard, drums, guitar lineup. Not having a bass player made me play more bass notes to fill out the bottom. Now having a rhythm player also made me play differently to fill out the sound. I always felt like 3 players simultaneously.
It is impressive.
I think that says it all.
They were able to do so much with their overall sound with the setup that they had.
Organ and keys, drums, guitar, no actual bass player,
no
and then
bass.
Jim Morrison.
No bass.
But it sounds like they have a
one
bass
guitar.
because, yeah.
Like, that's impressive.
And like, that's what they played, and they made it work.
Anyway.
Filled up. Great soundscapes. But
moving on.
Next.
We gotta move through some of these.
Yeah. I mean, we could do 5 an episode. No, but let's do...
guys, this podcast
next is,
for the next year is just gonna be
just the Rolling Stone.
Ricky Wilson,
250
247 from the B-52s.
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about that. Because
don't
underestimate the B-52s, but I
Definitely.
don't think Ricky Wilson is known as being like a legendary guitarist.
Yeah, I think it's more Yeah, I don't ever think of B-52s for guitar work, but I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
there's
don't
definitely.
underestimate them.
To be
They
honest,
were-
I don't listen to enough the B-52s. I've only heard like Rock Lobster and Love Shack.
Yeah, Love
Like,
Shack.
I mean, I haven't heard a lot of their more
Which, don't get me wrong, Love
deeper
Shack
cut
is an
work.
absolute banger. I mean, I've listened to it
Yeah.
a bit.
It's the Love Shack rock.
I mean, the B-50, yeah, I mean,
Like, but
I
as
don't-
far as the punk scene goes, and like going along with like Devo and stuff, I mean, Wave and
yeah.
everything.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not upset at this placing because of just simply that they're not a band that you think of the guitar work, even though he was or is an absolutely competent
he was
guitarist.
really good.
He's
Yeah. I mean, that's a great riff.
Great riff, yeah.
Like a surf rock riff, you know, Rock Lobster.
Yeah, I mean, it's
But, yeah, I
totally
mean,
competent,
B-52s,
good guitar work. Nothing wrong with that.
they're kind of a joke band, but a good one.
Yeah, they're still great. Yeah, they're.
But I totally get it. But it's like I like listening to the B-52s, you know, or something like that, you know.
Yeah. But no,
where there's like
know
Jungle
if I have a
Punch and
problem with this
everything and
placing.
80s parties.
For this one.
I don't know if that exact placing makes sense to me, but
Yeah.
you know, it's cool he's there.
Well,
But,
I mean, of course, like as we go further,
I'm
down
not a
the
huge
list,
B-52s
we're
head.
probably gonna have like 75 people that we think should be in the top 50.
Oh, I guarantee. By the way, I just saw the next placement. I guarantee you, Bob Dylan. Anyways,
Yeah.
when
Going to the next.
the B-52s,
Oh yeah.
do you want to read the thing? You want me
Yeah.
to read the paragraph here?
If you want, yeah.
When the B-52s played live, Ricky exists happily in the background amidst the manic exuberance of lead singer Fred Schneider,
Mhm.
and the beehive-haired campy dance moves of Kate Pearson and Sydney Wilson.
Yeah,
But as a
they're-
mix of
they are
down-home
really
chicken
who we think of
scratch,
with the B-52s.
yep, chicken scratch, angular post-punk, rockabilly, and surf rock on classics like 52 Girls, Strobe Light, and Private Idaho made him one of the most inventive players in the new wave. Yeah, I mean, as far as new wave goes, definitely a standout, you know? Anyways, Wilson only used 4 or 5 strings on his blue Mozart guitar, and odd tunings to get a strange Spartan sound. A Spartan sound. This is okay. That should be a soundbite, but we should have that on the side. I just tune the strings till I hear something I. His death in 1985. I didn't know he died. The indie rock scene lost an unassuming. Yeah, I mean, B-52s are awesome.
Yeah, I
mean,
B-52s.
I'm not
Always a
gonna
vibe.
rag on the B-52s at all. Next, though,
Paul Simon.
we have Paul Simon at 246.
Yeah.
Who, again, I love Paul Simon. He's extremely important in the folk music scene and just the.
Paul Simon's one of my favorites. Big fan.
Yeah.
But he's a songwriter.
Yeah. Yes, he plays guitar.
And he's a totally competent guitarist, but he's
Yeah,
not
but I
a
do not
guitarist,
think.
he's a songwriter. Really.
Yeah. Like, we put Paul Simon over Robby Krieger and Andy Summers. All right. That's a bold choice.
I get that Paul Simon is probably more influential as a musician than Robby Krieger, but
I don't even want to talk about this one much because I think we
there's
both
much to
love
talk
Paul
about.
Simon, and I don't want to like seem like I'm bragging on him.
no, he's legitimately
it
one of my favorite
doesn't
songwriters
make
of all
sense.
time. But like,
Okay, let's see what they say. Paul Simon, the great wordsmith, speaks as vividly through.
yeah, exactly.
Weaned on early doo-wop and rock and roll, Simon got caught up in the revival during the mid-60s, traveling to England to study acoustic mastery of Bert Jansch. He has continued absorbing new influence as on Dazzling Blue, who offered most recent albums, So Beautiful or So What. All that folk finger picking is what I did with Simon Garfunkel, but here it is on top of the rhythm of Indian musicians playing in 12/8. In his 80s, he's still as nimble as ever, as he demonstrated on his 2023 album, 7 Songs. Yeah, there's no doubt that Paul Simon is one of the like greats, one of the songwriting greats.
But I
And
just don't think he needs
but
to be on
his
this list.
I have never ever imagine asking someone on the streets or a friend, a coworker, "Oh, who do you think who's the greatest one of the greatest guitar players?" And then they say Paul Simon. Like, I would really need to sit down with them and hear a reasonable and logical explanation. It's like, Paul Simon's way better than, you know, the Police, Andy Summers. Like, what? Anyways, we love Paul Simon, but he's not known. I don't think has ever been known as one of the guitar greats. He's a songwriter. So that's just damn right. Sorry, whoever wrote this.
I'm kind of retarded.
Anyways, we shouldn't use the R word.
Yeah.
Stop it, Alex Jones. Stop it.
Moving on.
You can't control him.
245.
Next, we have Leslie West. I wasn't too familiar with him until they actually mentioned.
Yeah,
well,
I'm
until
gonna
I
be
read
honest,
about
I just know the one song.
Mississippi Queen.
I mean, it's a great fucking song. But
Oh yeah, and it's heavy as fuck actually.
yeah.
Like you know, it's on this one really. I mean, I'll play some Mississippi Queen for sure. A great 70s hard rock. I remember playing it on. I spelled Mississippi, but I remember playing it on Guitar Hero. You know, World Tour or 3.
I don't know.
But no, this is awesome shit. Mountain. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's an album I want to get.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's Leslie West, real name Leslie Weinstein. First made his mark in mid-60s garage rock with the Vagrant's meaty cover Otis Redding's Respect. By 1969, West was the Heavy Vengeance and the Creamlight Quartet. On songs like 1970 hit Mississippi Queen, West played rough and blues lines with deceiving facility and R&B flair. Through a black forest of stressed amp distortion. The riffs were incredible, says Dave Davies. He could play flashy, intricate phrases, but he wasn't a look-at-me guy. He played with feel.
Yeah.
That's an album. I actually saw it once. I should have. Mountain Climbing, yeah. Just for that song alone.
Yeah, I mean, I just that's a great song. I'm not familiar enough.
Yeah, I mean,
to make
you can
come up with a real.
Any
opinion
boomers?
on it?
Any boomers listening? If you think we just lost all our credibility because we don't know much from Leslie West or Mountain,
I just know that Mississippi Queen is a
then
pretty
I respect
banger
that.
song.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
This is one I don't know.
Like you said, we're going to get into more and we don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to get into
244 Adelia Paredes.
Adelia Paredes. Now that pop stars Rosalia dipped into this mystique for a global hit, it's hard to believe that the Bachata, I'm going to mispronounce it. Once little known outside its native Dominican, and the man who gave La Musica de la Margue its sonic identity. Those pungent, spiraling guitar lines and accentuate the bitterness of love is Adelio Paredes. Self-taught prodigy. Played. I've never heard of him. It's the first time hearing him.
Yep.
So
I feel like I gotta
look
him up.
Thank you, Rolling Stone, for informing me. Let's look up. What does it say? His top songs. No me Bendita Niña. Okay. do that one. Again, if we lost all credibility, I fully understand, but we're gonna still keep doing. Let's check this out.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm sure I've heard this. That's awesome.
No, I could listen to this.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could definitely get down to that.
I can, yeah.
If I see one of his albums, I mean, honestly, yeah, put that on in the background while I'm
yeah.
making some carne
I
asada
absolutely can do
or
that.
making.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see myself cooking that, prepping and chopping up bell peppers and just living life. Yeah, that's great stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
don't
I
know
think,
if he
yeah.
deserves that spot or not or what, but I'll have to listen to more of him.
I mean, great stuff. I mean, maybe too low. Probably too low. Next, we have 243. I mean, was there more you want to say? I mean, honestly, I don't want to speak on something I don't know much about.
Yeah.
But that sounds like great stuff. You know, Afro being musica. I
Next
mean, that's
one I can say also, I am not at all familiar with them.
yeah. We're gonna get into a lot of those coming up because in a
Also,
way we
it's
are
bullshit
kind of
'cause
boomer.
There's two people in one spot, and that alone is bullshit.
Yeah, you're saying they're just as a unit.
Yeah, in
A
that
great guitarist?
In that case, neither one of them by themselves deserves to be on here.
Yeah.
It's Aaron.
Yeah, that's just a
Dessner
cop
and
out.
Bryce Dessner, 243.
From the National. The National are a one-of-kind rock starring virtuosic twin guitar duo, twin brothers. Okay, we get it. Bryce Dessner has collaborated with legends like Steve Reich, Ryoki Sakamoto, Johnny Greenwood, and Kronos Quartet. Am I just living under a rock? I don't recognize any of them. Anyways, Aaron Dessner is Taylor Swift's guitar folklore Evermore. Adding Jerry Garcia like Twang to Cowboy Like Me, he really cuts this on. I'm sorry,
Okay.
I just haven't heard of these guys.
Yeah, I'm sure they're fine. I don't know.
Yeah, and you know, there's a lot of duo guitarists out there that I think either individually could be on the list, or I guess as a
I just think
Little cheating.
It's a little cheap.
It's a little cheap.
To
Yeah.
put them both in one spot. Moving on.
Lindsay Jordan. They mentioned her earlier. I like how we're not even gonna bother to look.
Yeah. Lindsay Jordan, Gen Z guitarist.
I don't feel like it.
Lindsay Jordan took lessons from fellow 250 guitarist list member Mary Timoni, the extraordinarily inventive guitarist in Helium and Wild Fang. When Jordan made her debut as Snail Mail at 18 years old with 2018's Lush, she seemed to have arrived having fully internalized the entire indie rock canon. She's a casual virtuoso,
Using
and a
big
serious
words.
shredder, shifting from strummy tension builds to glorious combustible solos, from coolly coiled Liz Fair lo-fi to sonic whisper. They're really testing me on this one.
Honestly, I feel like it's a bit AI generated.
It does feel like a bit like trying to come up with a big
Trying too
words
hard to
and
come
trying
at as
to,
like intelligent. Yeah, it's
impress your.
oh, I'm so
your-
smart.
um,
Yeah.
I like to play really balls out. She told Rolling Stone in 2018. That's when it That's what it means to be on stage with integrity. I don't think I'm familiar with her. I'm looking at the picture.
Well, let's listen to one of her tracks. Heat Wave from Snail Mail. Let's just listen. Okay, here's some guitar. Okay, I get it. Indie.
I mean, I like that shit.
I get it. It's very indie
Another-
guitar rock,
another
indie
artist
rock.
along with that Brazilian or the Dominican guy. I might have
Yeah.
to go check out her album.
Adilio Paredes. Yeah, I would check out Lindsay Jordan.
Yeah,
Check her out.
I don't know if she deserves this spot or if she deserves to be higher, but I will absolutely.
I need to truly listen to.
Yeah.
You need to truly listen.
Cool
Next we
guitar she's
have
playing there, the
Keith
Dan
Urban.
Electro.
Oh, I love Dan Electros. I own one.
Keith Urban.
Keith Urban. All right.
Uh,
We're getting our first country. They have to throw a spread of country.
I really don't know if he deserves to be on this list.
I mean, he's no Brad Paisley. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's on this list. I'm sure Brad is on this. But Keith Urban,
I've heard
he does cool. I mean, he can play a good guitar. He can
he's not
pick.
bad.
I
I just I've never been that. I mean, he's not bad, but I've never been that impressed.
again,
with Keith Urban.
he's more in that songwriter.
Yeah.
You know, he's in the acoustic singer songwriter, but country. But he's more in that
I mean,
realm.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say maybe if he deserves to be on this list, this is a fair spot. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe he does deserve to be here, but I don't know if he deserves to be higher than this. That seems.
Here's what they say: he may not be country's most virtuoso player. Yeah, I never thought of him that way. Or its most traditional, but Keith Urban shines among Nashville cats for his effortless riffs, rhythm, solos, seem to your eyes as naturally singing, and yet somehow always elevate the song. Nothing is overtly flashy. Every note makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I can't say the last time I saw it.
Yeah.
Like, unironically. I remember he was on American Idol or something.
I don't remember.
Or no, was he on The Voice? He's probably on The Voice.
No, you're thinking of
Blake Shelton.
Blake Shelton.
Blake Shelton. Yeah.
My girlfriend just said that. You're thinking of Blank Sheldon. Blank Sheldon. Shelton.
Blank Shelton.
Blank Shelton.
If I ever see Blake Shelton in real life, I'm gonna be like, "Wow, you're Blake Shelton."
Hello, my name is Blake Sheldon. I like RuneScape. I'm Blake Sheldon.
I like RuneScape. Come on, man. I mean, I haven't played it since I was in middle school, but
My new character, Blank Sheldon. Hello, everyone. I'm Blake Sheldon.
Blake Shelton.
Anyways,
I'm
let's
gonna
go.
make a new RuneScape account and make a character called Blank Sheldon, just so I can go around saying to everyone, "Hey, I'm Blake
Hey,
Sheldon."
I'm Blake Sheldon. Yep. That's going to be a new reoccurring joke on the podcast. But I'm going to remember it.
Okay.
It's good. Next, we have 240, Aaron
Smith from Bratmobile.
Brat Rock.
I'm not familiar,
That's what she is.
but
Aaron Smith, a
Sounds
bright
cool.
girl
I don't
pioneers, Bratmobile, got her start playing along to records by Beat Hat, primitive cuddlecore band with. That was in '87. Not only did I see women could play music, but I could see that you could just do it yourself. She told the Museum of Pop Culture, "I could never be Duran Duran's Andy Taylor," and I realized that okay. Style she went on to create was singer Alice combined melodic surf rock bass lines with slashing garage rock chords to help make the Bratmobile's 1993 Potty Mouth one of the most exciting punk records of the 90s. Okay.
okay. Sounds like something I would want to check out, but I'm not familiar with them. Yeah.
Bratmobile. I've heard a bit of like brat rock or brat punk. I probably have heard. Let's just listen on their most streamed song.
We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're so cool. We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Fuck you too.
Okay.
Much more.
Okay, I get it. Maybe I wouldn't want to listen to that. I don't know.
I don't know.
My
I'm not
pretentious. No, but it's. I get it. The Dead Kennedys.
Yeah.
I feel like they are putting people here the same arts.
Yeah.
Not discrediting discrediting any of them, but again, let's put notable people at the beginning just to get you hooked, pissed off.
It takes more
keep
than
it-
just being a competent guitarist to be a great guitarist. I mean,
Yeah. All right.
uh,
Here's another one here,
Dwayne.
and then I say,
Oh.
let's go. What? Maybe 2 or 3 more.
Yeah,
3 more.
something like that.
Dwayne Eddy.
239, Dwayne Eddy.
Do you know anything about him?
I am not familiar with him. I feel like I should be
50s.
because it's an era that I got really into for a bit.
Oh, really?
Into like 50s rock.
Well, here we go. Here's Rebel Rouser. That's
Oh,
I've heard this
yeah, I absolutely.
plenty of times.
It's a cool riff.
Oh yeah, we've all heard this.
I don't know.
Is that in Fallout?
I don't know.
But I've heard that. I've definitely heard his work.
Yeah, I don't know.
If
I
there
don't
was
know if
any-
it's the most impressive guitar work, but it's solid and it's a good song.
It's definitely of its time.
I don't.
you know?
I don't know if he deserves the spot or not. I say maybe.
But putting him over Robby Krieger is.
I wouldn't go that far. Yeah.
I want what you're smoking. If there was any doubt, he left the late 50s that the guitar, not the saxophone, was rock and roll's essential lead instrument. Dwayne Eddy settled the argument. See his 1958 single Rebel Rouser. That's what we just sampled there. Curled with the country twang and rippling with tremolo. Chet Atkins used vibrato in a selective way. Dwayne Eddy used it to thrash the music, says the Kinks' Dave Davey. The impact of Eddy's hits, like 40 Miles of Bad Road and Peter Gunn, would soon be heard in surf music and guitarists such as Jeff Beck and George Harrison.
I can totally hear that surf
Sure.
music.
Peter Gunn.
Twanginess.
Oh, we've all heard this. That riff is
Yeah.
in so many other songs.
Yeah.
Think like
Yeah,
Brand New Cadillac, The Clash. You know what I
Pretty-
mean?
Pretty iconic.
So yeah, he deserves to
Pretty
be there,
iconic
but
stuff,
maybe
yeah.
not. I mean, maybe not over Andy Summers or Rob. That's gonna bother me for a while here.
Next one, 238. Doug Gillard. I'm not familiar.
Again, I knew we were gonna have a lot of these early sections.
Yeah.
And these
Indie rock stuff.
high counts here. Doug Gillard. If Robert Pollard was the off-kilter genius of Ohio indie rock guided by, then Doug Gillard is the band's beating heart. I've never even heard of that band. Okay.
Yeah, I have not either.
Are we either old or are we just not hip? Or like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess I don't listen to a lot of indie. I find a lot to be samey, but I guess you can say that by a lot.
I mean,
about a lot.
I listen to indie rock stuff, but I guess I'm very selective on what indie rock stuff I listen
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, I've been listening to like Chinese American Bear and freaking a Bombargo,
Yeah.
who you showcased in last album reviews.
Yeah, they're great. Courtney Barnett is another.
Courtney Barnett, I
album
think she's in
review we
here.
did that is kind of in there, but like
I
I'm
think
not just,
she's
like,
in here.
I don't just listen to any indie rock stuff. I kind of just I listen to stuff that gets like specifically recommended to me.
Sorry, Doug.
So I'm just not. I'm not in on the scene.
Well, okay. They say "I am a tree" is one of.
Yeah, let's.
I like that. I
let's
am a
give it
tree.
Give it a little listen.
I don't know if that's the right one though, because this is Andy. Guided by voice. Chupacabra. Guided.
I mean, what's that?
That
sounds interesting.
Unless that is him, then okay. Here we go. Guided by voices.
I am a tree or Mr. Child.
Well, they're not in their top listens, but okay, I respect. You did some deep cuts, but now I got to figure out which albums these came from. Let me go to their playlist here. Assuming they'll be in here. Nope. Okay, you pick some deep cuts here, Rolling Stone. Trying to be all artsy fartsy here. Yeah, I mean, still not finding it. Well, let's just listen to just a bit of one of their. And I'm sure they're great. I'm sure there's a reason for 200,000. It's good for. Let's check it out. So far, I don't really like. I mean, cool. It's kind of like the neutral.
Sounds kind of cool.
Hotel situation.
I don't know.
All right. Yeah, we don't know enough. Don't know enough. Next one. I didn't know her until this kind of jogged my memory, but Jennifer Batten, 237. Yeah, she's killer. She played for Michael Jackson during his later years in the 90s and 2000s. And she's done a lot of other side projects and collaborations. I mean, she can play Van Halen. Like, you know, it was made by a 2-year-old. Like it just by like she knows Van Halen and that kind of stuff back of her. She's great. Yeah, I mean, she's a phenomenal like hired hand.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard a lot of her. I've seen a lot of stuff like on shorts. Apparently she did Giant Steps, John Coltrane.
Ooh.
How would this sound on a trick guitar? Let's see if I can find it here. I'm probably going to get a lot of John Coltrane, as you would expect. Let's see if I scroll down and type in her name too. That would help. A lot, as you wouldn't be surprised that a lot of Giant Steps.
Yeah.
If it's even on Spotify, it might not be on that. Let's see what it says. Jennifer Batten came to prominence as a Lion Mane guitar hurricane. Michael Jackson's biggest tours. It's a gig that required to play funk, soul, metal, and Eddie Van Halen's Beat It solo every night. On her first solo album, 1992's Above, Below, and Beyond, she recorded Fly the Bumblebee, and it's on that album. See, I should have just read it. Let's check that out. Because that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Why is it so hard? Maybe like an exclusive stream. I'm sure I can find her. Might have to just go to the old YouTubes. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I don't think they definitely don't have her stuff. Well, let's go to the good old YouTube.
Ye old.
Old YouTube. You can see some of the stuff I've been watching. But yeah, Fly to Bumblebee. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen her. My dad shared it with me. I was like, check her out. This is sick. Let's check it out. Just a 340p video.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Good showmanship. It's all tapping.
Yeah. Playing on a fucking 12-string guitar. Yeah, she's phenomenal.
That's impressive.
Yeah, there's no wonder why Michael Jackson and band just to flawlessly play everything every night. Yeah, this is the first virtuoso guitarist they've included.
Yeah.
You know, the one that they have to please the guitar snobs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, she's amazing. And I remember checking this out earlier and I was like, oh yeah. And she, man, I want to hear her giant steps though. We gotta check that out. Maybe we end on this one because this is a good one.
Yeah.
She's a good one. All right, let's check out. Oh, this is a recent one. Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I love
That's impressive.
the tapping stuff can be a little fun, but if people like that master it and like
Yeah.
know the true
I-
art of that particular,
I do think tapping can be kind of gimmicky.
yeah, but I think
you know the Instagram guitar
like using both your hands on the fretboard in a interesting and colorful way and like actually playing stuff that would otherwise be impossible.
You know those Instagram guitarists who do they'll do a lot of harmonics and like drumming on the guitar and like tapping and stuff like that, and it's very flashy.
It's so flashy, but
I've
it's
had
so
times
like
where, someone showed me that, like my partner showed me one, and they're like, "Wow, that's really good," and I'm just like, I'm not saying that it's not impressive, but it's really
it's
gimmicky.
impressive, but it's not interesting. I don't like listening to it. It's
Like,
like the AI slop of guitars.
Yeah, it's not interesting.
Honestly,
it doesn't
it's
show
just the
any
same
actual-
shit. It's just harmonics and look at all the tricks I know on the guitar rather
Yeah,
than actually
rather than
composing.
showing that they know what they're doing musically.
Yeah, it's
But,
just
like,
like, oh,
but
I
there-
know
but
all
there
these
is
fun
a-
tricks.
But there is a line there where
Yeah,
like there's a difference between like that and like what she's doing. What she's doing is actually
no, it's
really
crazy
impressive.
shit. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's honestly, if Zappa was still alive,
Yeah.
her in his band instead of, let's check out another one here, just around.
So what I'm doing for this one is playing an E minor blues scale,
That was a bit of an interview.
jumping strings from the A to the G to the E, and an E minor 7 arpeggio, pull off to the open E string.
Yeah, that's tapping used well. Like,
Yeah.
she knows the craft of it, and like she's not trying to do everything. Son, yeah, like you said, like the Instagram guitars.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. And honestly, a good note to end on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, that's let's see what else it says here, because we just started playing her stuff. But
yeah, let's actually read through.
so on the first solo album, as Above, Below, and Beyond. So I'll definitely have to try to track that. She recorded Rimsky, Caroscopes, The Fly Bumblebee, we heard that. Want to Be Starting Something, and John Coltrane's Giant. So that's just awesome. All with your on electric guitar, whammy dives, and finger tapping touch. She later took giant steps herself to becoming one of the few guitarists capable of going toe-to-toe with Jeff Beck. Touring and recording with him on some of his most daring albums. No, and you know Jeff Beck, he's probably going to be like number 15. He has to, at least.
Keep up with Jeff Beck. That's impressive. That's...
to
put it lightly.
Anyways, so we ended at Jennifer Batten. Great stuff at 2:37. Let's end on a good note, because I don't want to end on one where
we're just like,
wow, Rolling Stone, you're actually stupid. Like, or I don't know, are like, wow, what a whack ass choice. In fact, she should be much higher.
She probably
really she should be much higher. If this was just based on skill, she would probably be like at least in the top, very least.
Yeah.
But we obviously know it's not. She's in the same tier as, basically almost the same tier as Paul. You know. So yeah. So we end there at 2:37. We'll get to 2:36 and onward. And the next episode, well, not the next episode, but the next time we get around to this, when we don't have an idea and we're like, oh, let's do that again.
This will be an ongoing,
the ongoing series.
Get through.
Yeah. We made some good ground. We covered 13.
Yeah. This is the podcast now.
Yeah. This is the podcast. Well, I was slightly inspired by the Weekly Planet. They have one of their spin-off shows. We got this covered, or we got this covered.
Uh-huh.
And they were going through the top 100 action movies.
Oh.
I think Rolling Stone as well. And of course, that list was insane, because I feel like everyone's got their own opinions, but I also feel like Rolling is what going to get more people talking about it. Get more people talking about it by having controversial takes or placements.
Rolling Stone, I mean, they do good journalism a lot of the time.
But at the same time, I could really care less.
Yeah, at the same time,
I could care less how they rank an album.
Yeah,
I could care less.
They feel like the IGN of the music scene.
They really are now. IGN's not even the IGN of the. It's Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
Because you know how IGN will cover up sometime, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we also talk about movies or music or other things, not just games. We talk about all kinds of things. I'm Blank Sheldon from IGN.
At least
I rate Alien Isolation a 4.
At least Rolling Stone has never put out a bad review of an album because they couldn't figure out how to get their iPhone to download it or something like that.
Right.
IGN has gotten in hot water for putting out bad reviews.
Or because they're just bad at games.
Because the reviewer couldn't get past the tutorial.
Yeah, they're just bad at games, and therefore they have bad takes on games. Yeah, you kind of have to be good at games. Like, don't review Doom Eternal if you're not well-versed in boomer shooters.
Yeah.
Because that game is, a high-speed game of chess.
You gotta at least be able to get through a good chunk of the game.
Yeah, and not just give up and, oh, this game's bad because it's hard. It's too hard. Yeah. I'm Blake Shelton, and this game's too hard.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think like the worst IGN review, like legitimately, was something along the lines of like they couldn't figure out the
Alien Isolation, they
controls.
complained that the AI was cheap or something.
Yeah,
Cheap.
or that
Just because they
there
were
was-
bad at the mechanics
There
of the
was
game.
one at one point where it was like something along the lines of they legitimately just like couldn't figure out the controls.
Cuphead. They couldn't get past the tutorial,
Yeah.
really. And also, they'll give a game rave review, but then rank it a 7 or something, you know. And then they'll just give an overhyped game.
But at the same
Game.
time, I still always read the reviews.
Well, it's part of my review language, but
They-
I
they
always
put
go
out
to
the
before
reviews.
you buy.
I still watch their reviews on YouTube.
I trust before you buy most of the time. I think Jake Baldino, And
Jake
Falcon from Gamer Ranks, I think they have good taste.
Game
generally.
Ranks is they're
Not always.
solid.
I don't always agree with them.
Yeah, but they're solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll watch an IGN review, and then just and then afterwards just be like, we'll see.
Right.
And then without fail, the next
Anyway,
game comes
sometimes
out,
I
and
watch it just to see their shit take, you know, and just laugh at it. Anyways, we will continue this some point in the future. It's ongoing series.
Yes.
Our critique and ranking on the 250 greatest guitarists of all time. Stone. So I think this is gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I had fun with this one.
It'll take a
And
while
you know,
to
we're
get
gonna
it.
learn.
Okay, yeah.
I like that we're gonna learn new guitarists and bands here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go listen to a couple albums now.
Sample some things. Yeah, I'm gonna check some stuff out.
Yeah.
In particular, Lindsey Jordan, I think, is cool, and Idilio Reddit.
Yeah.
Definitely check him out. And I'm gonna listen to some. Mississippi Queen, right?
Yeah.
Because that song is just rad. If I get an album just for one,
Just
Mountains,
Mississippi
Mississippi
Queen.
Queen.
On repeat.
yeah, just have a double LP.
And then every five
Every track.
every 5 tracks or so, throw in a B-52s, throw in some Love Shack.
Yeah. Let's close on this. Just that fuzz, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, have a good night, morning, or day. Whenever. We will see you next week. Something different.
This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. The Odd Drunk Podcast recommends you follow their Instagram and join their Facebook group for more fun content. To visit all of our current streaming and social media platforms, visit the link tree in the description. If you enjoy the show, we would be appreciated it if you would leave a review on Apple Podcasts. The Odd Drunk Podcast would like to remind you to drink responsibly and not to drink and drive.